All right, so welcome back to the show on the 3-hour news show. Honestly, today, Daryanto Witarsa is still here with us, and he will explain us about the two types of coffee beans, Robusta and Arabica. So we talked a lot previously on the previous segment about these two types of coffee.
Yeah.
So we've got this Arabica from Central Java.
Yes.
And then Robusta, that Robusta from North Sulawesi, is that right?
No, actually this is,
Aceh.
if you want to look, these two are Robusta, this is Arabica.
All right.
This is come from Temanggung.
Oh, Robusta Central Java.
Yeah, so this is a grade 1 Robusta. This is an Arabica from Toraja.
From Toraja.
These are roasted beans, different, but both are Arabica.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, what is actually the difference between Robusta and Arabica? You mentioned about in terms of quality, in terms of its usage for middle level in terms of quality coffee with the exquisite quality coffee. But apart from that, in terms of thickness, taste, what is the difference?
So basically, what make a big difference between Robusta and Arabica is that Robusta is mostly like a one-dimensional taste. Like what you have is just bold, bitter, where the Arabica you have more flavors. So you have more aromatic compounds. You have more. Like the chemical reactions when you roast a coffee, they are totally different. So the coffee in Arabica mostly they are more higher in acidity. They are more flavorful. They have fruity notes and everything. So not
That's
just
Arabica, yeah.
Yes, because most people who drink the Robustas mostly just with coffee and sugar and condensed milk maybe here, or maybe milk. They just so what you get just bitter and bitter and bitter, whereas the Arabica has more flavors to it. So even from each region, you go from here we got the Toraja and you got the Aceh. Both have two different characteristics. If you wanna, we don't have a pour overs here, but if you wanna bite the beans, these two taste different.
I think you are a big fan of peanuts. Just consider this as peanuts, Yani. I would like to try. Can you please open your mouth?
So
take this as a snack.
People actually do this. You just eat it like it's like it's peanuts.
Not really, but I know.
So you have to take a bite.
Just to try, right?
Yeah,
Oh wow, this is my first time actually eating coffee bean.
Coffee beans?
It's very crunchy.
Oh yeah, because the dryness
Even though it's
and everything
roasted.
is different.
Ooh, it's really
Really bitter. Just like our life, yeah.
Oh. You must have a balance, bittersweet.
Bittersweet. Right. So, what are the flavors that usually found on Arabica coffee? Citrus?
A lot of citrus, but once again, it also depends on the process of the coffee. Like these two coffee were process washed. So you wash the coffee, you wash the cherries and everything. There are some coffees that are processed naturally.
Okay.
So washed coffee tends to have a more citrusy taste, like this one.
Right.
Then you have a natural processed coffee where you you have like a fermentation taste to it.
Right.
There are more grapes in flavors, like plums, passion fruit flavors, cherry, because coffee is a fruit.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what's the difference between the natural process or regular processed coffee versus luwak coffee?
Oh man, talking about luwak I think is a total different thing. It went through a cuvette and then through a process of fermentation inside the body. But I don't know. But for me personally, as a specialty coffees, luwak is not in our dictionary because with animal cruelty and everything. So people now in Europe, in America,
you now realize that it's actually not that ethical.
Yes, and then you have a lot of fraud on that. Like luwak can only produce so much coffee when now you have one ton of luwak out there.
Yeah.
So it's either you force the cuvette to do it or you have frauds. Yeah.
Right. Oh, I see.
Yeah. Never thought about it that way, right?
Yeah. Because that's considered the most expensive coffee in the world, right? Like 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah. And even Oprah Winfrey highlighted on her show, right, about kopi luwak. But now
it's animal cruelty.
Animal cruelty. Since we are more aware of ethical, conduct.
Yep. Especially
Especially in Europe. Okay.
So I tried both.
Yeah.
This one is really bitter, and this one is actually a little bit lighter.
Oh, more citrusy.
Yeah.
I've never tried this.
Yeah. But both of them are still crunchy.
Yeah. That tastes better actually.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
This is
thanks for
for-
giving me that one.
Aceh Gayo. Yeah.
Ante Gayo, okay.
Aceh Gayo, yeah,
Ante
Okay,
Gayo.
okay. So if you don't drink coffee, at least now you eat coffee.
Yeah, so I can tell people I eat
But it's
coffee.
okay. I mean, like coffee will like caffeine will only stay in your body for 4 hours, and after that, just gone
Yeah,
in your
Okay.
system. So it's
that's
fine.
true.
Right.
Okay, all right. Keep selling me. Alright. What's your opinion on the current potential of Indonesian coffee, and what can be developed this year?
I think, in general, yeah. I mean, yes, coffee is always a good commodity to export from Indonesia. Of course, we are one of the fourth largest producer. But along these years, you see the boom of, we call it the coffee cafe market. I think
Yeah.
that is where something that for the past 5 years it has been growing steadily upward. But I think now, if I can probably say that Indonesia is the largest market for cafe in South Asia,
Right.
and after that we have Thailand, we have Malaysia and Vietnam. But I think Indonesia, I think, is the market leader. If I'm not wrong, we are doing about 1 billion of revenues annually just for cafe.
Just from coffee.
Yes.
Oh,
so
wow.
That includes Starbucks,
Okay.
Kopi Kenangan, and all
Okay,
these.
we've got coffee capitals
Yes.
near Indonesia, for example, like in Melbourne, right?
Yeah.
And in Hong Kong as well. Will Indonesia be, or for example, Jakarta be coffee capital in the next few years?
Yeah, I think why not? Because if you see the trend now, a lot of coffee shops are open almost every single corners or every single
Yeah.
malls. Like now you go into one mall, you
There's-
can see many coffee shops and even Starbucks. You can up to 4 to 5 outlets in one mall.
Or even if you go to one neighborhood, you will find like coffee stalls.
Even like the Kopken,
Cafe.
it's like every single corners now. Like buying online is so much easier nowadays, and then people can access to coffees, and then the habit of having coffee and lifestyle now. Like there are more coffee drinkers than.
But
tea
now,
drinkers
since there are many competitions though, between big players, for example, like
Yeah.
Starbucks, Kopi Kenangan, or Jco Coffee,
Yeah.
with UMKM,
Yeah.
like small, medium enterprises, is it still promising to be, to venture into coffee as small businesses?
I think all businesses start from UMKM. I mean, being an entrepreneur yourself, like myself, I mean, like when I started my own coffee shops, like Common Grounds, we only started with one store.
Ah, okay.
And I was pretty much everywhere. You go to a mall.
Yeah, and now we have almost like 15 to 20 stores.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then,
Wow.
Yeah, so like everybody venture out from an UMKM.
Right,
So
right.
I'm sure we, like the government,
Yeah.
will support us on that. I mean, now you will see a lot of like coffee carts, like Jago, Janji Jiwa.
Yeah, yeah,
Like you see like those what's it called, the Starling,
Yeah.
Starbucks.
like the
Lele.
modernized Starling nowadays.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
all everywhere. If like you see like on the road outside,
Right,
they're
right,
just
right.
going everywhere. So
Okay.
I think the grow for coffee lovers, the lifestyle for coffee, I think potentially we could be much more. I think currently we are the biggest market in South Asia. Even our you will not be surprised that over for the next 2-3 years you will see more brands from outside coming to Indonesia,
Right.
because they want to have presence here. Because I think our economy is like also growing up steadily. So where I think people want to steal our market. People want to be
Yeah.
in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not wrong, brand from China is coming in.
Yeah, yeah.
Brand from
Like tomorrow is from China, right?
tomorrow is from China, and then we have Luckin coming in. Then we have, if I'm not wrong, Tim Horton is coming in. So we have more brands from outside the countries
right.
coming out here because they
Wow.
just want to have a market presence here,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
they see the real potentials of
The
Indonesian
pie is
coffee
too
market.
big to miss.
Yes, because after China, where else?
Yeah, Indonesia is the answer.
Right?
But talking about common grounds, though, I know at least 2 places common grounds,
Yeah.
which I visit frequently.
Yeah.
City Walk Sudirman, and also Ashta
Yeah, that was our first store in City
Yeah.
Walk,
in City Walk, right?
and Ashta is currently our biggest store, which is our flagship store. And
So
Pondok Indah too.
beautiful, and Pondok Indah Mall,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Right.
All right, so last question for you. How do you take your coffee?
I mean, on a daily basis.
Yeah, like
Black or
Depends. I mean,
latte cappuccino.
I will take everything. I will have one espresso in the morning, and then I will have my cappuccinos in the afternoon,
Okay.
and somewhere in the middle I will have my filter coffee.
All different types.
All different
Yes.
types
In one
of
day.
coffee.
Yes, because morning I need my boost.
Okay, so that's why you
Kick,
take the
espressos.
espresso for boost.
Yes, and then I will have my. Usually in the afternoon I will take like a lighter one, maybe
Okay.
iced latte or a cappuccino, mostly milk based. But in between, so I will take filters.
So you are the person who doesn't believe in the characteristic based on the coffee that you take because you mix
Nah.
all those three.
Yes, yes.
You know, if people take the espresso,
Yeah.
many people see them as bold person,
Yeah.
very determined, very focused. But
But still, I like
you
everything
drink
to be
three of them.
balanced.
Exactly, bitter and sweetness has to
Yes,
balance.
yes.
Yanto, thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
coming.
much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
promoting your event and
so much.
also
Thank you so much.
Thank
for
Thank you so
introducing
much.
coffee to us, especially
Yes.
to Yani, who's not a coffee drinker, but coffee eater.
Yes.
Soon.
Soon. That's Caffeinate's Yani there.
That's right. All right. See the
Thank you.
stories. See the stories will continue after the break. Stay tuned.
Thank you, everyone.